Hello and welcome back to Just for Today. I'm Jamal Normie.
Hey, I'm Miranda, the recovering addict.
Today we're going to talk about sin, or, we all mess up. We all have problems. We all mess up. First thing, we got a scripture.
Today's scripture is John 8, verse 7. They continued to question him, so he stood up and replied, "Whoever hasn't sinned should throw the first stone."
All right. So that ties in because I feel like sometimes I think about, or I could see people hinting at or leading to, I know what you guys have done, and things like that. but we all have mistakes. We all have problems. There's not a single person in the world that hasn't sinned. There's no one that can point a finger at anybody else and say, you shouldn't be talking about this, or you shouldn't be anything. Like, we all sin. We all make mistakes, and that's kind of the point. Like, in fact, a person that sins, that's been through something, is more likely to be able to understand something. Like, it's like learning. You can sit up here and read a textbook all the time, but once you get in there to operate, the person that's going to be able to do a procedure, likely more properly, is the person that's already operated on somebody before. Like, things are different in action than they are in theory. Just that in general, I just think that a lot of times people can jump to conclusions or assume, or the way that the human mind works is to immediately say something like, but you did this and that. How can you say that you're in church and you're godly now? Almost people get to the point where they think that they're better than you because anything that you do, like you do something wrong, and then they think that they're better than you. They don't need to listen or, click off the video or whatever because they're like, who are you to say any of this stuff? Well, that's the point, is that we've been through stuff and we're trying to share with other people to help them, to help grow. The point is to grow. Yeah. It's not to point fingers. It's not to, we're not saying that we're better than anybody at all. There's an old me, there's old her. The old me did a lot of stupid stuff. The old her did a lot of stupid stuff. It's not, that's not what it's about though. It's about from here on. So even now, sometimes I have problems with sharing this video, the things that we're doing with certain types of people, because there are people from my past even that because I feel like they'll have something to say about what we're doing.
That's even judging. So you're worried about being judged?
Like I said, we all have problems. We all have done things. It's not really so much as judging, but I just don't feel like dealing with some people, because I'm sure it'll be like, man, I was with you when you were doing X, Y, and Z. How are you going to sit up here and talk about this stuff now? Like, how are you a person, all of a sudden about God and stuff like that? Like, people just, it's like this stupid cycle that people get in.
I know, but that's why you're supposed to share this to those people.
So they can argue with them?
No, just so that they can see there is that other side. And, maybe they'll be like, well, wait a minute. If he can do that, let me see what this is all about.
That's one side of it. But the other side of it is getting through to somebody to even for them to give it a chance to even see what it's about. People always not always, a lot of people jump to the negative side of things right away, instead of giving it a chance, which is why a lot of people probably have issues with God and church and all this stuff in the first place.
But isn't that why there's a struggle between the worldly way and God's way? And it's because there's people like you that don't want to deal with the worldly people. Just by you saying that, you don't want to share the video to certain people because of, you don't want to argue with them, or you don't want to try and tell them otherwise, or whatever it may be. It's that's the hard work that you have to put in,
Well, it's not just people. It's people from my past. So the people I'm talking about are people that I know already.
But people change, right?
Exactly. That's my point.
That's what I'm saying. So you should share it to those people, so you can see. I don't know. It's just more people to share it with, and you're exposed to those people. You're connected to those people, so you just never know. There's times where I share our video, and I'm thinking like nobody's paying attention, nobody's, and then just randomly off the wall, somebody will like say something. I'm like, oh wow, like I would never have thought that person would have been going through whatever they're going through, So it's like, in a way, like. Not that you're judging, but you're holding back on what you can be actually helping someone with. Even though if you share the video, you may think someone's going to be judgy or be like, how can you say this and that? Maybe they're actually listening.
Yeah.
And you can reach out. You can reach someone that way.
Yeah.
A lot of people just sit back and just watch, and they don't involve themselves because they're not ready to.
Yeah, there's two sides to everything. It just, sometimes I'll look ahead so far that I'm already at step Z.
Yeah, you stop yourself, yeah.
Sometimes. But there are sometimes with people that, like even now, like we went out to eat, and one of my friends was like, what's the point? Well, what are you doing? Why, and all that stuff. And it's like, well, first, did you watch any of it? And if you did watch it, then you would know what it's for,
Well, no, because I think he was shown a video that wasn't, that he saw the one camping video.
Mm-hmm. No, he said a couple of videos where he did one camping video.
Again, because probably people just watch 5 minutes of it.
Yeah.
Like me, like a short attention span. Like, this day and age, people like want things instantaneously. Like, I don't want to read 2 paragraphs. Like, just sum it up into two sentences.
Yeah.
And that's I'm guilty of that.
Mm-hmm. TikTok.
I don't want to watch a 30-minute video. To where I have to like take time and know, okay, I'm gonna have to sit here and watch this for 30 minutes or 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's the point though. You can't really get anything across, anything noteworthy all the time anyway within 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Sometimes you have to take time to learn something. You're gonna read a book in 5 minutes. You can't have a conversation with somebody in 5 minutes. I don't know. Just don't be so judgy. Give things a chance. I just had, not even just that, I forgot what it was specifically that brought this up, but somebody did say something to me. I don't even know if it was directly at me or if it was about somebody else at work, but people just don't give, people don't give things a chance. This is about to be just a short video.
It just depends on how you handle your problems.
Exactly. And even if you do something wrong, it might not necessarily be a sin. It could be a problem. But
the problem, if you think about it, like the root of a problem probably boils down to either pride or greed or wrath or envy, lust, gluttony, or sloth.
Agreed.
Like I think with what's going on with my family is pride, wrath, envy, and sloth.
Agreed. But just because they have these problems doesn't mean that there's no way out for it. Like, they have to learn too. Everybody has to learn. We're just at the point where we've learned.
I'm still learning because
everybody.
I still have a lot to.
Yeah. We can never stop learning. Everybody's gonna learn. Like you can never.
Like not learn. I still have a lot to heal and forgive, and I have a lot of anger.
You still have problems. Everybody has problems. There's nobody.
I have anger.
That's a problem. You're not perfect.
Reluctant.
Okay. Nobody's perfect. We all sin. We all have problems. But the point is that you can learn from it. That there is something to learn from it. We can't throw a stone at somebody else because we have problems. You can't point the finger
Yeah.
You can't blame.
I've learned that because I used to do a lot of that.
Yeah.
I used to judge a lot.
Yeah, that's what the problem is, though. That's what I'm saying. People are judgy. People point fingers.
And all of that is something that's taught. You're not really like born with it.
Born with what? Judging?
Judging, anger, greed. It's like those aren't natural characteristics. Like you're literally taught. Like you see anger, so you mimic anger, greed and gluttony and all of that. Like it's all learned behavior.
I wonder about that because I agree. I do agree, but also at the same time, like animals even, they get greedy. Like you put two dogs and you have food in front of them, like there's that dog that's gonna try to eat all the food, that's greed. Like it's, as long as we have flesh.
But it's taught. It's even taught with them. Whether it's through their mother or their sibling, like, I don't know.
They're not watching TV. They're not learning it. They're literally wanting it. Flesh makes you, all those 7 deadly sins and all that stuff, they come from flesh. You know what I mean? Like, it's intensified and everything based on like us watching TV and shiny cars and money and all that kind of stuff. But there's definitely if you're on an island by yourself and you've never seen like that movie with the Blue Lagoon. Like because we have flesh, you're always gonna have some of these core issues. It's intensified by society, but I don't know. Ultimately, I'm just saying, don't be judgy. We all sin. We all have problems. Nobody's perfect. Don't be so quick to point the finger at anybody else, or to think that you can't learn from somebody, regardless of what they're going through or have gone through. The main goal is to learn and to grow. Alright, well that's all the time we have for today. Leave us a comment below. Does that make any sense? I know it's a quick video. We just wanted there's some things happen that I just wanted to make that clear. Can you relate with that? But at any rate, like, share, subscribe, do all the things, and most importantly, remember to keep coming back.
Stay clean.
Bye. You ready? You ready? That's weird.
Did you put your patch on?
That's weird that it's radiating straight through to my chest.
What if you're having a heart attack?
I'm not having a heart attack.
What if you're having a stroke?
I would. Are you ready? You show?
8 verse 7.
So you ain't ready. What do you have to say? What do you have?
I don't know.
Some of the stuff.
Sorry, I missed that. Could you say it again, please?
She never works when I need her.
You done?
Yeah.
I just think that are you even?
Yeah. Good. When you say the word sin, like, okay, when you say sin, like, what does that mean? Like, oh my gosh, like, it's a very bad thing. I don't know, like, sins, are all around, but what does it really mean to sin? I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm lost on this one.
I'm tired, so it's hard. I have to carry everything myself. 3.
What?
2.
You have to what? Everything
1.
yourself? Carry everything yourself?
3.
What'd you say?
2.
You have to carry everything yourself? What'd you say? Well, you gotta do all by yourself.
What do you mean?
You just said, especially because you have to all by yourself.
Who?
You.
When did I say that?
Right now.
Thanks, man.
We all have problems.
That's the title of the video. I know we do. Nasty. It's gonna be hard to edit.
I don't even know what this is about.